What's good, everybody? Welcome to the Pull-Up Show. My name is BJ Matthews, a.k.a. B. Just before we get started, follow us on the YouTube page, the Pull-Up Basketball Podcast. Like, share, subscribe, all of our YouTube videos. Before you hit that like button, you know what I'm saying? Also, I'll put that in the link comment so y'all can click that button for the Cash App. As well, check out our other basketball videos, out right now. But we got a good hot topic for y'all today. Let's get it popping. All right, man. So we got another good topic for you guys today. It's not going to be too long, somewhere about 5 to 8 minutes. Anthony Davis has been ruled out indefinitely. Okay, indefinitely. I just saw the video. I showed the video to you guys a couple of days ago about this injury, how I felt about it. Reportedly on Sunday, it was ruled out he was going to be out for about a month. Rumors have been circling around. The Lakers fear it might be longer than that. They're estimating, according to an article I'm going to put in the pinned comment, they're estimating 2 to 3 months. Okay, I repeat. The initial report by Shans Charnia stated that Anthony Davis be out for a full entire month of basketball. Okay, just yesterday it was reported, rumors circulating around, I don't know if this is true, that AD could be out for 2 to 3 months. Okay, so if that's 2 to 3 months, that's up until March, right after the All-Star break. Okay, now I don't know if he's going to be out for 2 to 3 months. I'm not particularly sure. You never know with Anthony Davis, but I'm going to say my sentiments on what I feel about the situation, so hold tight. Okay, listen, bro. When I first heard this, I was just like, oh my gosh. This is just more and more bad news for the Lakers. When I thought about this, I thought about three things. Or a few things. I'm not going to say specifically three, but a few things I thought about. Number one, LeBron James. These last 3 to 4 seasons, or these last 3 seasons have been a disaster for Lakers. Let's just be honest about it. The last 3 seasons have been a disaster. Whether that have been injuries, getting knocked out the playoffs, not making the playoffs, bad fits, bad teams, just the whole nine has been bad, right? And it makes me ask the question about 2020. Was the bubble championship worth all this? I gotta ask people this question. Was the bubble championship worth all this? What I mean all this, I mean you go into the bubble, you win a championship under circumstances that are foreseen, getting a 4-month layoff, and you got a championship which was great. But since that championship, you've been an utter disappointment according to not just Lakers standards, but NBA standards in general. Superstar standards up to LeBron James and Anthony Davis at one point. Just the entire thing would just been bad, okay? So, was this all worth it? They traded away multiple picks and players for Anthony Davis, who they feel like could build a championship team around, right? Well, it looks like right now they're not going to be able to do that because AD, for whatever reason, cannot seem to get his stuff together as far as his health. Whether that be him not getting into the weight room enough in the offseason, which I think it is, whether that be him having a disorder or some type of condition that refuses to allow him to play multiple games before he gets hurt. I don't know what it is, but they can't build around AD. So that's my first thing. Was that bubble championship worth? Because look at the Pelicans now, who they traded those picks to and who they traded those players to. The Pelicans are going to be a contender for the years to come, and they still have a top 5 pick this upcoming draft, which they could actually, I'm not saying it's going to happen, but they can possibly get a chance to get Victor Wembanyama, the big 7'3" guy from France. So it's not out the ballpark. So the Pelicans have won the trade according to a lot of people, because they're going to have more and more years of success, even though they haven't won a championship yet. So that's my first question to Laker fans. Was this trade worth it? Okay. My second question. What's going to happen to Anthony Davis after this season? Okay. Because you've signed this man to a max deal early, like the beginning of I think it was last season they signed him to a max deal. What are you going to do with AD at this point? Because now what's going on with the Lakers is they have to find a team. If they're going to trade AD in the offseason, they got to find a team that will trade up and up for him. And the way I look at most of these teams are looking at Anthony Davis with a side eye, because it's like, yo, you can't even stay healthy for the Lakers. What makes you think y'all can be an asset to us? Again, y'all gotta remember, these teams, they're looking for what's best for their organization. So if they're going to do a trade with the Lakers, they got to find out, okay, how does this benefit us? The teams that would trade for Anthony Davis are the teams that are desperate to get rid of a star player who is disgruntled, who is angry, or who's not really happy where they're at. The only team I can see that is in that position right now is the Chicago Bulls. There's been reports that DeMar DeRozan, the star guard for the Chicago Bulls, wants to come back to LA. Y'all do know that, DeMar DeRozan grew up in Compton, which is, in LA, inner city. He wants to come back and play for one of the LA teams. Now, that team would have to be the Lakers, because the Clippers, they don't need a DeMar DeRozan on their team. They're solid, they're stacked, so they don't need a DeMar DeRozan. So either go get DeMar DeRozan or get Zach LaVine for AD. That's the only way I can see Anthony Davis getting out of there, because no one's going to be trading this guy who's just gotten hurt again for their future. They're not making that mistake. I made the suggestion earlier this season they should trade it for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, the star point guard for the Oklahoma City Thunder. But what I'm looking at it now is like, what's the point? Unless AD gets his stuff together and actually shows he can stay healthy for a full season, OKC's not making that trade. I think it'll be an even trade if AD's healthy, but again, it's not something that you can trust AD to do what he needs to do. So he's kind of shooting himself in his own foot. So where do you trade AD to? The only team I can see really is the Chicago Bulls at this point. And my last point, where's LeBron gonna go? Is this showing that, what is LeBron thinking at this point? Is he going to go back to Cleveland? Is he going to get released? Is he going to get, what's going to happen to LeBron? Because the way I look at it at this point, he's had his time in LA. He's got a championship with them. AD is not going to be able to stay healthy for an entire season to lead them to a championship. They don't have the best roster. They have a good enough roster to be competitive, and AD's there. But I don't see them they don't have the depth, and they don't have their star player who's always healthy to really win. And my opinion, again, is LeBron has been the type of player, since 2011, since he went to the Miami Heat. He leaves one situation for 4 years and he ends up going to another situation. He left the Miami Heat after the first 4 years in 2010 to 2014. He left after 4 years back to Cleveland. He goes to Cleveland from 2014 to 2018, goes to LA. 2018 to 2022, going on 23, we're about that at that 4-year mark where LeBron is getting ready to, leave this team. I think this is his 5th season with the Lakers. He's at that mark where I feel like it's time for him to go to a new destination, right? So, to me, I wouldn't be surprised if LeBron up and just left. If it's not suiting him, if it's not benefiting him, what's the point of him staying there? And I think people actually understand why he would leave. Right after he gets this record, he breaks his record with Kareem, I feel like he's out of there. There's no point of him staying in LA no more. He can still have his house there. He can still have his resources there. But what's the point of action? Bronny's about to be graduating from college or from high school. So it's like, what's the point of staying there even longer? Right? So I think LeBron's going to end up leaving the Lakers this season. That's just my opinion. But what y'all think? Y'all think Anthony Davis, what do y'all feel about the situation, bro? Let me hear it in the comment section. Pull up a seat, pull up a chair, pull it up. Peace. I like swim well.